Well, g'day. I'm Keeonra, and I am suffering from a head cold. I got the dreaded lurgy from the rest of the household. I blame them entirely. No, they're okay. I'll keep them on. But yes, welcome to my 100th live stream / video. If you add all the live streams and the videos together, this is number 100. Yay, go me. It's only taken me 10 months. But you know, you get there eventually. You do what you can with what you've got, and eventually you end up where you haven't been and where you are. Let's make some music. Welcome. If you've never been here before, well, you're in for a treat, perhaps. I'm based in Perth, Western Australia. I am a classically trained singer and been performing on stage most of my life, which means I'm still very terrified of a microphone and have not learnt much at all about how to record my vocals to sound awesome. So get me in front of an audience of about 20,000 people on stage with an orchestra and I'm right at home. But yeah, so I'm still learning. And look, we're doing trance music in this video. So if you like things orchestral and EDM and rock and indie pop and everything, I'm learning all sorts of genres. So this is my learning journey. Then do the clicky bits down below, subscribe and like and ring the cowbell. I haven't put a cowbell in this. Maybe it needs... Does trance music have cowbells? I haven't discovered any yet. Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should start a trend. Cowbell trance. Trance cowbell? It's a new genre of... Okay, maybe not. Anyway, there's also clicky bits about courses and things and learning trance, how to do trance, how to create trance music, because I'm all very new to this. And because I've got a sore throat and a cold, and I've spent most of the weekend so far in bed with some medicine, which is really good. Honey is good for the throat, apparently. This is too. So I do have my medicine with me, and we'll try and make some music. There's Born to Produce, do some amazing courses. And I have several of those. The one that I've linked below, I actually don't have that one. Thinking of getting it now. But the first few lessons on YouTube are free, worth checking out. And also I found a really cool trance music producer and DJ called Reorder. And I've put a link to his masterclass of how to create this music down below. So check it out. I've been watching it all weekend and it's really, really cool. So there you go. Look, Ashley HM, look, boom, thank you very much for joining me on this special 100th episode live stream video thing. I feel old. Is that in relation to the 100? Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's do music and stuff. I have got my notes here because I did take some notes of how to do this because I've got a bit of a no clue, but that's okay. Look, I'm going to show you, and you can listen to, of course, what I did in the last live stream, because I think it's very important. When I thought, oh yeah, I've got a bit of a clue, I've got an idea, and we had a look at the wonderful Utopia by Native Instruments, and which is awesome. But you can also get lots and lots of music and presets from all sorts of places. So let's unmute all of this. This is what we did last time. I don't know if you can remember. Let's have a listen. But not quite trance music. So I've learnt lots, and I've done something down here. So we're going to mute all of this and never look at it again. I think this is really cool. EDM, dance music, house music perhaps even, but it's certainly not technically trance music. So what I've done is I've gone through some of the course, the videos that I've linked down below, to learn more about what that all is and what it means and how to do it and all the rest of it. And I'm reconstructing what's in those videos as a learning tool. So I'm not going to certainly publish this song by any means. This is just by way of learning, because there's a whole copyright thing going on. So all I've done is sort of copied and pasted, sort of. And that's basically what you do with this, is come up with something short, simple and sweet, and then just copy and paste it along, and then just make little variations in it. So I've basically used the same instruments that I had before, but I've discovered things that I didn't know before. Things like having the effects on and off and what that means, and being able to change things like EQ and gain and filters and all those sorts of things. So you can really, really, really make all of these sounds all your own. So if we were to listen to this without the sound effects and then with, it sounds a lot better. Really a bit high frequency and a bit dreamy. I'm hoping I don't lose my voice by the end of this. Well, but at the end of it's fine, but not now. Anyway, so yeah, so I've really been impressed more so by the Play Series instruments as to how much variation you can get into it when using presets are all cool and wonderful and everything, but then it's like, yeah, let's get into it and really dig into what is available and how you can make that sound your own. So I have tweaked that a little bit, which has been fun to do tweaking and play with lots of knobs as you do. So you heard what we had before. I've done the melody here, which is on 2 different pluck sounds, and it's in 16ths. So I think before up here I had them in 8ths, and it was just a bit slower. Beats per minute recommended between 132 and 138. I've picked 136, which is similar to the course that I was looking at, the videos I was looking at. So I thought let's go with that. Interesting that is something I was going to look up before, actually, because there's some scientific research as to why we are attracted to those sorts of to certain beats at all. There you go. So 136 is about halfway, almost, between 110 and 160 beats per minute. Why is that important? Well, I'm glad you were asked. People in Australia, older people in Australia, I must preface that, might remember Julia Sumner Miller in the science show for kids. Okay, so it's a long straw I'm drawing there. But anyway, and you may hear the rest of my family coughing and dying in the background. My apologies. So 132 or 136 beats per minute. Why is that gel with a lot of people? That is the rate of a baby's heartbeat in the womb, on average, between 110 and 160 beats per minute. So it is the first beat that we hear in our absolute lives. So there you go. And that is also why 60 beats a minute or 120 beats per minute can be quite calming and soothing for people because that is the average resting heartbeat for an adult is 60 beats per minute. So there you go. So if you want stress-free music and relaxing music, go for 60 beats roughly or a little bit lower. If you want to really dance it up and get back to being your absolute youngest, then trance music's the way to go. Anywho, that's beside the point. Interesting research. There is some evidence for that. It's really cool. They're doing more. More research is good. I like science. Science is fun. So let's listen to this very, very different sound. Okay, let's listen to the first sound. It was okay. It was good. You know, it was fine. I should have put this in folders. It would have been a lot easier. Yeah, no, it's just now that I've listened to what trance music really is, and as I say, I have listened to a lot of trance music as the weekend has progressed, laying in bed with a box of tissues, wiping my nose and not feeling the best. But anyway, here we are. Let's listen to this as a difference. There we go. My friends, is trance music. So we've got a fair bit of work to do still. For example, I have not got the percussion in at all, so I am just going to copy those from above. Oh, and I need to copy the other bass from above as well, I think. Yes. So duplicate tracks, and we are going to get the kick down here and the clap down here, and I lost the other one. Closed hi-hats. We haven't got open hi-hats. We might not get a lot done in this session, but I'm hoping it'll give you an idea of what can work, what does work, what doesn't work, and then you can go do your own thing. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna copy that one other bass, duplicate that one, bring that down here because I need, that's the other bass that I need there. Okay, so now we can scoot this up. I like how Cubase you can have the split screen by using that little thing there. Divide to track list is over. If you can see that above my head, it's very cool. Puts this line in and you can group things differently like that. It's very cool. So now we're working off of this. There was an intro that was done. I've just left that there for now. I'm basically working on the main part of the section. I'm not doing it very well, so well, it's all right. But I think I got some things right as far as percussion's concerned. So you want the kick is the main thing of trance music. It is like the bread and butter of trance music. So you want the kick on the beat. And I think that's what I did. So let's solo that. I got that bit right. There you go. And you want the hi-hats off the beat or on the off beat. And that gives it the classic sound that we all know and love as you pull up to the traffic lights and the music's pumping in the car very loudly. Well, it is if you've ever pulled up next to my car. I play loud music in my car. Another contributing factor to my hearing loss. Sorry, what? Yes. Okay. And then the claps, so to speak. I'm not sure, but I think that works okay. I do have my notes. Let me refer to my notes. Of course, I didn't write anything down here for clap, did I? I haven't been well all weekend. I'll leave it. Anyway, it's fine. It's all good. So, what have I got here for the claps? So, okay. Right. So it's every other hi-hat, which I think is good. I think that works. We can live with that. I don't think we need any variation there whatsoever. We can glue those together. And those together. Whoops. And if you can hear this weird noise in the background, it's rain. It's raining here. And quite a lot and quite loudly. Got to work on this bass. And I know what to do with that, but we'll leave that on mute for now. We've got that. So let's listen to that so far. Go. It's getting there. It's getting there. The kick needs to be betterer. What I've discovered is in trance music, apparently, if you're just starting out in the world of trance, thank you, Ashley HM, it is sounding good. I am really way better than that other thing I started with last time. It's like, what was I thinking? Well, I didn't know. See, that's where I believe in standing on the shoulders of giants and learning from others. If the wheel has been invented, don't reinvent it. If someone else has done trance and is willing to teach it freely and offer that advice online, like the YouTubes and the internets, then give it a shot. You know, I think it's worth learning. I think it's great. I've had so much fun learning more about trance music, and it is very simple to create the bare bones. Then you can just go with a bit of freedom and listen to lots of different trance music. This guy Reorder, oh my goodness, some of his music, his live DJ streams are on his video channel, and his tips are amazing if you want to get into trance music. So highly, highly recommend it. But also this course that I've linked to by Born to Produce is also another great way to learn. And I think, music is one of those things where, do you have the talent? Well, yes, you have to have some sort of talent, but is talent the result of a lot of hard work and dedication and drive to achieve what you want to achieve? Some people are more natural at it and require less practice than others, perhaps, but everyone can achieve not necessarily greatness, but something really cool and funky and awesome and great in their own way. It's all art, it's all subjective. People like it or don't like it, and that's okay. We got to do something about this bass. Now, let's have a look here. I've got this other bass and I can't remember what it was, so let's play it. That's obviously not a bass because it's a little bit too high. I don't know. Ah, okay, that was another pluck sound that I got. I see. that was that. Let's make it a bass. I wonder. That's the bass line I've got there. Need to find some other bass type things. That's pretty cool. Let's get rid of that, and let's put that up there, and then we can get rid of that. Can we? Can we really? I think we can. Yes, we can. We can remove that one. And then hear how that sounds together. It's definitely clipping. Sorry, folks. Let's do across the board some very cheating type. I would normally do this in the pre-gain rather than on the faders, because this is the equivalent of doing it on the faders. But this is just so your ears don't bleed, and we don't want that. And then that way they're all a bit the same. Except for maybe the only thing I'll bring up is the kick, because that is the thing that's going to be more dominant. Speaking of which, that's what I was trying to say before. The other important thing about trance music is the kick is the most dominant, so you need to EQ the whatsits out of almost all of these sounds to make them your own, but also to have that kick come through, which also goes into the whole I need a drink. The whole thing about side chaining. Now, I haven't had a lot of practice with side chaining, and I can never remember how to do it. So I'm not going to do it in the live stream, because I'll have to actually watch a YouTube video that I've bookmarked to work out how to do it again. But in future live streams and things, I might have this down pat. That's the plan. More practice. So we've got a really cool bass sound here, and that's the same one there. Now, is this too high or is this right? And then we put it with the other bass line. Okay, I think that works. And then we put it with that one. Now, what is going on here? Because that doesn't sound right. Ah, I didn't think something was right. Something has gone wrong. What is it? I don't know. Oh, I know. One of them is not like the others. There we go. That one. See, I was in a little bit of a hurry just before the live stream to get things sorted. And I was going through the tutorial and the videos going, what do I do here? Copy, paste, move, shift things. This should sound better. It's very droney. It's very much, similar sort of stuff, but it is just a bass line that carries all the way through. So when you hear it with everything else, it kind of sounds okay. So I want to, yeah, that one's hanging on. It's So this one is actually the bottom bass line. That's the mid bass line, and this is the top little bass line here. So at the moment we've got, it's a really short stabby one, which is more, yeah, this should be, I reckon, down an octave. What do you reckon? Down an octave? Down an octave. Bit of a sub bass going on, hey? Oh, we've got thunder outside now. Hey, goody. Yeah, that's more like it, I think. And then we've got, oops, sorry, we've got, that's better. Oops. There we go. That's widened it a little bit. Okay, so we've got those two there, but we want something a bit different sounding for the top bass. So this is the lower sub bass, which is just the root note. So we're in E minor, and again, trance, usually in minor keys. That should be mid-range. And a little bit of spice on top. Now, I'm wondering if this one should be down an octave as well, whether it'll work or not. Let's see. Whether it's too low. And again, solo that. That's not too bad. So if we solo that and that, yeah, that's got some bass going into it. Okay, now we're getting there. Okay, so we need to pick a perky bass for the top bit, which is going to be this bit. At the moment, it's not fitting well. And that's another thing, you got to pick the sounds that fits well. And use sidechain to get that kick cutting through the bass sounds. And then we're going to, you look at volume, drops, cymbals, reverse cymbals, and snare rolls. So there's a recipe for it. So it's like making a cake. So the videos I've seen maybe I'm hungry. No, make a cake. It's just a plain cake, whether it's a vanilla cake or a chocolate cake, but it's a plain cake. And then it's up to you as the individual to add the jam, or you can add cream, or you can add sprinkles, or little freckles on it, or jelly lolly things, or those little bananas. I like those, they're nice. Freckles, chocolates with sprinkles on top. Tim Tams. Okay, if you're in Australia, you'd be going, Tim Tams. Or New Zealand. I think we have them in New Zealand. I think people in the UK might appreciate Tim Tams as well. Any expats living anywhere in the world are going, Tim Tams. So yes, how do we get onto this? I have no idea. But you need sprinkles, cake, yes. So you've got to make the cake your own. Ooh, cheesecake. I love cheesecake, Ashley. Very nice. So yeah, so we're making a cake. So you've got the ingredients to make the plain cake. And then you've got to just play around with things, see what works, and make it your own. And listening to a lot of trance music, you can tell that it's, if you go into a cake shop, it's all cake, but they're all very, very different. But they're all cakes. So this is what trance music is. It's all based around a similar beats per minute between, 132, 138 beats per minute. It's usually in a minor key. It's usually in 4, 8, 16 bar groups. It usually has, a couple of drops, and then it has reverse cymbals and then snare rolls. The kick drum is the most, dominating thing throughout it. Some have vocals, some don't. some have female vocals, some have male vocals, some have a combination. Or other sound effects. It's get into it. It's really cool. So I'm going to spend the rest after the stream going back to bed, and I'm going to listen to some more trance music. And I'll see if I can come up with something in the coming weeks, because I think that'll be really cool to do a bit of a video clip of a trance song. Really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed using this instrument to, start with something that's really cool and then tweaking it to get something that sounds better. So let's continue by doing this, and we want something that's a high bass. Sounds good as a mid to high range bass. We want something with a longer tail. That might do. Bad dog. Bad dog. Bad dog. Let's listen. Yeah. Bad dog. All right. That sounds cool. That'll work for this. That'll work for this. Let's hear it let's hear it with the other basses. Nice. Nice. ATB's music chance. Nice, Ashley. Yeah, look, I think it's a wonderful thing. We all get set in our ways of what sort of music we listen to. And again, the music psychology side of things, it's usually in our teenage years growing up. That's when our brain is developing the most. It's where it is most impressionable. It's what it sort of holds on to, and it stays like that as a time capsule pretty much for the rest of our lives. So if you ask me what's my favourite music, yes, I go back to the 70s and 80s of Culture Club, Led Zeppelin, a whole range of stuff. I grew up with an older brother, so I listened to a lot of his music as well. And, Fleetwood Mac, Supertramp, all of that stuff is my favourite music. But I've really encouraged myself, I was going to say forced myself, I haven't done it unwillingly, but it's been challenging to go, actually, this other music might be kind of cool. And falling in love with music again is really, really good, to listen to some more modern stuff and different genres of stuff. And that's what I'm trying to do, learn how to make my own version of that, my own cake. It's like learning how to bake. I want to learn the basics and then embellish it, make it my own. All right, so we've got some really cool stuff here. So let's go back. Let's highlight these two. Go back. There we go, and duplicate those across. That all sounds good. Let's hear how that sounds after we save it, because I don't want to lose it now. Isn't that cool? I love that. And that's just the start of it. That's just the absolute start. So I'm really, really enjoying this. This is really cool. So yeah, Ashley, it's one of those things. Music can just take us back. We hear an old song and it was like, oh wow, that was when I was at school with my friends, or that was the summer of '69 by, I can't remember his name. That's really sad. But I went to his concert and I was a St. John volunteer at Bryan Adams, and he sang that and was literally like standing this far away from me up on stage, and I was just mesmerised. I was like, I'm not allowed to sing along because I'm working here as a volunteer, but inside I was just, it was so cool. So yeah, there's music like that. Genesis, Phil Collins. Mr. Keeonra doesn't like Phil Collins, but when he's not around, cranking that right up. Anyway, got to listen to different music. It's all very cool. So we've got the bare bones, but what I want to add now is something that we don't have, because I don't know whether you remembered, but what we did for the percussion was that we've got it as MIDI, but we've got it as samples that we dragged in from expansions from native instruments. So if you've got any of the completes, native instruments completes, then you'll have all these expansions. And if you don't have Maschine, they might just be sitting there and you might not be using it. So, you can find where the folders are and drag them in, and you can go about it that way. And we're going to have a look to see if we can find one now. If I can find my file browser, and we need to go down to native instruments. That one. And there's a lot of bump sounds like one. No. One shots. So we're looking for sweep swell. That'll work. No. They can work. No. We're looking for... I don't know where this is from. No. We're looking for cymbals. There we go. Drop Squad. Where's Drop Squad from? I don't know. Maybe it's some expansion that I got with the previous version of Complete. Anyway. Oh, that one wasn't too bad. That's not a rhyme. We want a cymbal. Ah, there we go. That's all right. So create a sample track with that one, and that's okay. And then we need a crash. I don't really like it either. So I've got a combo one. No. No, they're all rides. Not real crashes. Yeah, that could work. That'll do for now. Okay. So these need to go in when you're going to do a drop and then pick it up again. So we're just going to do something very, very quickly and then repeat all of this, because a lot of making of the plain cake is to copy and paste pretty much. Copy, paste, equalize, sidechain the kick, and then embellish and make it your own with the sprinkles and cream and stuff. So we're going to go to here, and that's the reverse one. So I want the crash first, and then the reverse. I think we'll work it out. And make it pretty colours. Nice. We've got purple, pink, aqua, yellow. I've got a real. Oh, yeah, we've got blue. Need colour. Orange. We haven't got an orange colour, have we? There we go. Nice. It's all about having different colours. All right. So let's have a look in here. And I think, yeah, there we go. That's loud. Aha. Let's go into here and drop that down for the sake of our eardrums. All right. So let's put a crash in here. And just draw it out to whatever. And then this one is going to be the same, but from the other way. So we're going to go from here. Something like that. It's not that long. That's okay. We'll work it out. So let's listen to those two. So they are both very short. That's okay. Guess we'll do that. Because what you can do is add a lot of reverb and all that sort of thing onto it. Which we can do. Let's do that. This one, I don't know whether we can. What sort of reverb have I got? Reverb. That's right, I got black hole. I haven't used that before. That's new. For me. Let's listen to that. Ooh. Let's put that on the other one as well. That sounds really cool. I've just put black hole on it. Apparently this is a reverb that is it was on sale recently. You know me in sales. It was on sale at Plugin Boutique, I think, recently, and is one that is used by a lot of composers these days for professional composing stuff. So let's listen to that. It might be a bit too much, but you know, let's hear it. Meh, let's go with it. Why not? Now what we need is a snare roll. Snare roll. Say that 10 times very fast. Yeah. 1/16 for about 8 bars. It's all right, I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so we need snare. Let's get into snare. And you can't see this. I'll get rid of me in a weird way. There I am. I'm all gone, but no, I'm still here. You can see what I'm doing over here. I don't want rim shots. There we go. So we don't want too much. And you can go down with the arrow key too. One area is better. I like that one, but I'll add some reverb to it, like a tiny, tiny bit, I think. We'll see how we go. Okay, so, there I am. I'm going to take a moment. Hello. If you haven't clicked the likey, subscribey, thummy thing and ringing the little cowbell, please do so. While you're there, the clicky bits, Native Instruments still having a sale. You can get this Utopia not on sale, but if you upgrade to complete whatever version of 14 you'd like, if you can and wish to, you might get a voucher. The voucher is good for things that aren't on sale. That's how I got this technically on sale with a voucher. Anyway, that's how these things work. But also Arturia, if you have or wish to get their FX collection, is now FX collection 4. Previous version was 3, which makes sense. It becomes sort of before 4. So yes, Arturia has just put out a thing. If you are a customer and already have it, it is a very, very, very cheap upgrade, and it now includes Cold Fusion, the distortion plugin, which I've been waiting till it's on sale. Happy days. Don't tell Mr. Keeonra. Already got stuff for my birthday and Mother's Day, including my special sippy cup here with medicine. Honey's good for you, apparently. It's all natural. Ginger, a bit of honey. All right, enough of our little ad break, because this whole video is sponsored by me. Anyway, yes, Arturia are great. Love Arturia. But I also love Native Instruments so much. All right, so we have a snare. Snare. I don't know what I'm quite doing here, but for 8 bars, we've got to do a snare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what we do with this snare, usually, and why I'm doing it on C3, is if you look here, it depends on your DAW and your sampler of choice, but it will often highlight what is the natural note for that sample. If you go lower, it'll be pitched lower or pitched higher. But often what is actually happening is the sample is actually being pushed together to be perceived as being higher. So it's being played faster, or stretched out, which is then being perceived by our brains and our ears and things as changing the sound wave, so it is actually, we hear it as being lower. Hear how that's really short? So it's not actually pitching it higher or lower, it's just compressing or stretching. I didn't know that till recently. See, I like learning things. It makes sense. So we're going to go in here and we're just going to put 16ths. So make sure your quantizing is on 16ths, and we're going to, now there's a tool. I think it's that one, line. There we go. Where I can just go like that, and it will do all of them in 16ths. Look at that. How cool is that? I love Cubase. That's so cool. So that is, if we listen to that, a whole heap of snares. Oh, let me do the volume, because that's going to be loud Loud snares. Oh, loud snares. Where's it gone? What am I doing? Oh, here we go. Put this on -5. Here we go. Solo this. There you go. There's your snare roll. Now, you say, that sounds nothing like trance. There's a little trick. They do it with low filters and things as well. So, you know, that's a whole other hour session about doing the filters and things as you go through this music to give it that trancey type sound with automation and stuff, which I still want to learn more about and have a play with. But for the most part, it's done with a lot of volume automation as well. So if, for example, we put our little dot down here and we bring that right down to, you know, we can't hear it, and then we put one all the way over here and we go up to the -5 or 4 or whatever where we were, that should sound spectacular. Maybe, maybe not. Let's have a listen. There you go. So this now needs to be placed in the right place with other things. So if we have, what we'll do is we'll save it. So if we listen to the last little bit of this, unmute it, that would help. So what we want is that towards the end. Bring this in there so we can just slowly hear it. And then what do we want here? We want maybe just no, don't do that. Do a bit of that and do a bit of that. Let's see. So that really needs to, yeah, so that comes over there, that goes there. And I'm not quite sure what goes in between. So whether it's just a case of bringing everything else in over time. So this is where I need to be able to sit here with YouTube over next to me, listening and watching other people do this because they've had more practice and they have more knowledge. But I'm still learning. Learning is a good thing. Let's bring those two over. Done again. Let's do that. And press the right buttons with the right things. I reckon we could have, this is where I'm just going to get the cake and make a mess of it. Why not? And build it up. Build it up, Buttercup. Build it up. Because it is literally all about the bass. Yeah, that works. I think it works. I don't know if it actually works. We're about to find out. And then what we do is we've got those 4, we get all of that there, and we copy it to over there, and I reckon let's hear the middle bit and then we'll hear it all, and then we are finished for this 100th celebration while I'm dealing with a cold and aches and pains and things. But yeah, go and make music and have fun. It's so cool to learn, and watch the videos I've linked below if you've got nothing better to do, and learn some stuff. It's cool. It's not perfect, but you get the idea. All right, let's go back to the beginning. It's not great. There's a lot to do, but we've got a bowl, and we've got some eggs and flour and sugar and chocolate and stuff, and we've thrown it together, and it may not look great, but it'll taste yummy. And I think that's what it's all about. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to play this one last time, and we're going to hear what this sort of trance track sounds like that I've sort of created based on others' experience and expertise. And that's what we should all do, is learn from others and respect others for their awesomeness and our own awesomeness. And let's listen to what, if I actually do this properly, could be actually awesome. So look, like, subscribe, do all that sort of thing if you're interested in being notified with a little cowbell. And I have a lot more stuff planned for the next 100 live streams and videos, and I'd love you to come along on the journey with me. So look, thank you very much for Ashley for showing up and being a part of the show. And if you're interested, have a look yourself at the Utopia instrument by Native Instruments. Again, I'm not sponsored by them. I just think their instruments are awesome. Check it all out if you wish. Your choice. So on that happy note, until then and a bit more, I'm going to go from this screen, and you can just enjoy the music, because why wouldn't you? Take care. I'll see you in the next video, the next 100.